Oh my goodness. So many things to share with you. And today, as I'm moving through all of the energies, as I'm sure so many of you are, I wanted to do a little experiment with you that I used to do when I was both a high school history teacher and a school administrator. If you could imagine me being a principal, it feels like another lifetime ago. It was always really deep in my heart to teach the students how to empower themselves to be able to be proactive in life. And so today, as we move through all of these energies together that are so good and high vibrational, but can also be very ungrounding at times, I want to use the analogy of becoming still like water. So to have a little fun together, I'm going to use the same little activity that I used with my students. I have this right here and some really beautiful pure water. So the very first thing I want to talk to you about as we dive into this analogy is, as you become still like water, as you are proactive with life and intentional in life, I really want you to think of all of your triggers, all of the traumas, all of the things inside of your system, right? And they can bubble up and they can create a lot of change in us. And when we're like soda, right? And when soda gets shaken up, what happens to it? I haven't opened a soda in like a decade, so this is going to be fun. I have a bowl here, so don't panic. When you shake up soda, right? It fizzes, it explodes. Oh, it makes a really big mess. It goes everywhere, right? But what else happens is now this soda, it's no longer full, right? It's got its essence all over. It's in the bowl, it's on my computer, it's on my phone, it's all over the place. It's on my hands, right? It's no longer full. This soda's essence spilled over everywhere. Whatever poked it, whatever shook it up, took bits and pieces of its magic and power away. This feels really icky, sticky. Now, when I take the water and I shake it up, I can do anything to the water. I can throw it, I can shake it, I can do anything I want. And I did drink some, so it's not totally full. But what happens with the water when it gets triggered? It immediately returns to stillness. None of its essence is wasted. None of it's overflowing. None of it's spilling out onto other people. It's still whole and full in and of itself. When you allow the things outside of you to create disruption inside of you, not only do you ooze that out everywhere and make a big sticky mess, but you lose a part of your essence, your power, the parts that make you magic and infused with life. It's when we can remain still, no matter what comes up, no matter what moves around us, that we remain whole in and of ourselves. The water is never erupted. More with water. When water is moving through the system, right? And it's going through this bowl and it's hitting this bottle, it's just moving around it. All it's doing is moving around it and returning to stillness. It goes with the flow. When waves crash into rocks, they go back into the ocean and once again remain still. Whatever the tides and flows of life, water is able to flow and move and allow itself to remain whole and in and of its essence. And if you can keep that in your mind throughout today, throughout this week, throughout all of these things that are upcoming, you're going to radically transform your life, because what you're doing is you're keeping your essence, you're keeping your stillness inside of you, your power, your magic, the fullness of your being. When you can return to that stillness and not be disrupted by external forces, whether they're good and magical or whether they're hard and negative, but instead you can bring it all inside and breathe it in and find that inner calm. When you can ground it in and connect to your higher source and allow yourself to be moved through life rather than constantly reacting to it, you create new neural pathways in your vessel that allow you to continuously stay in your power. You create a whole new vibration, a whole new demeanor, because instead of like the soda exploding everywhere, you're keeping all of that essence, all of that beauty, all of that magic inside. So my message for you today is to become like water. Remain still, remain whole, remain all of you, and don't let the things outside of you transform what's going on inside of you. Okay,